my goodness, he's ripping his clothes right off. And this is happening right in front of us. Nikita Koloff is taking Ric Flair to the ring.
You see Ric Flair there now. You see this Ric Flair there now. That's where he belongs.
World Championship Wrestling, bringing you great wrestling action, sanctioned by the NWA, National Wrestling Alliance.
Welcome to World Championship Wrestling. David Crockett along with Tony Schiavone. Tony, as we saw right at first, the Russians, Nikita Koloff, Ivan Koloff against Ric Flair. They got him. Ric Flair is here, the World Heavyweight Champion, and also the Russians are here.
And speaking of the Russians, we're talking about big tag teams, David, returning to World Championship Wrestling for the first time in a long time. The Road Warriors will be here with Precious Paul Ellering. They're on the program today. And also returning Ron Garvin. We've talked a lot about Ron Garvin. Ron will be on the program today. You mentioned World Heavyweight Champion Nature Boy Ric Flair also on the program today. The U.S. Heavyweight Champion Tully Blanchard with Baby Doll. David, let's bring in the U.S. Heavyweight Champion at this time to talk with us. Tully Blanchard with his Perfect 10 Baby Doll, still holding now that U.S. Heavyweight title.
Well, I'll tell you what, them Baby Doll look good today. Really showing a little bit too much good, Baby Doll. Too much for the nation to handle. I tell you what, you know, Magnum TA, I wrestled right here a couple weeks ago. You stood over here and wanted to talk about my match, but no, you didn't want to get in the ring. I challenged you. I said, come on, you want some of me? You want some of this championship belt? But no, you stood over here and made threats, idle threats, empty threats. You've been threatening the Andersons and myself for a long, long time. Well, Magnum TA, America's heartthrob, anything you want to call yourself, that's fine. Your time is coming to an end. The contract is signed. This might be the last match that you ever get to redeem yourself, to regain the posture that you had once in professional wrestling. Because I tell you what, it takes one heck of a man to be able to hold the United States Heavyweight Championship belt. And you know, Magnum, you've been trying to get it back and trying to get it back and threatening me, hoping I'd start cringing and shaking in my shoes. But I'm not. Baby Doll's right here. She is on the arm of the United States Heavyweight Champion and looking better than she's ever looked, buying me fancier presents. Remember that watch? Jim Reeves, remember that watch? And this belt, Magnum TA, someday I'm gonna put your career down.
The U.S. Heavyweight Champion, Tully Blanchard with Baby Doll. Excitement waits for you in the ring.
In the ring, six-man tag team action. Ron Rossi, Mike Simeone, Paul Garner against Ivan Koloff, Nikita Koloff, and Crusher Khrushchev, the world's six-man tag team champions.
David, we have seen Nikita Koloff many times in singles action, as well as the Russians, Crusher Khrushchev in singles action, and we know how devastating they are in tag team action. But when you talk about six-man, you're talking about all three of them up on the ring apron at one time, one in the ring, two outside, and they will use anything they can to win a match.
And watch him right now. Crusher Khrushchev is in there. The fifth strength of this team is something awesome. Hey, but when you talk about physical strength, look what we have. The Road Warriors with Precious Paul Ellering will be here. Also, the National Tag Team Champions, Ole and Iron Anderson. America's team, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes and Magnum TA are here. The World Tag Team Champions, the Rock and Roll Express, the Midnight Express, with Jim Cornette is here. So we've got the best, the Major League of Professional Wrestling right here.
And also here today, David, it's our Superstation Championship Challenge Series. We have it here today. It's for the World Junior Heavyweight title. Gorgeous Gary Royal, the champion, will defend against former champion Denny Brown.
That's right, the Superstation Championship Challenge Series. All the superstars right here on the Superstation. Look at Nikita. Watch him, flips him in, across, catches that elbow right in the chest.
Well, Nikita Koloff not wanting to let you just come into the ring and walk over to him. He's going to walk over to you and make sure you know you've been in a fight.
Look at that press by Crusher.
David, he was high up in the air that time and hit him right down hard. Looked like maybe a little bit on the back of the neck. Look here.
Just throws him across the ring.
That time on the lower back. The base of the spine is where Samani hit.
Now the coach, the professor, the captain, the leader of the team, Ivan Koloff is in there.
You know, David, we've been on this program many weeks, and we've said the key to tag team success is to keep your opponent in your corner. However, the Russians, it doesn't matter to them where they are. They'll let you fight in your corner if you like, and they really don't care.
That's right. That's what makes them so intimidating. They go after their opponents in their opponent's corner.
It doesn't matter to them on the floor, up against the ropes, anywhere at all. The Russian team is devastating. And, oh, a big blow to the midsection.
They have got to be stopped, though, Tony. Look at them. Look how they try to destroy their opponents. Not trying to pin, but destroy. Ivan catches him. That kick right in the chest. Now watch him. Here he goes across the ropes. They hold him right in the back.
All of the weight of Ivan Koloff after running across the ring, right across the back. And there's that Russian sickle, David.
By Nikita. Now look at him strut. Watch him. Look at
He takes down another with that sickle.
Oh, now look at him. The animal. Nikita Koloff.
Two men. Mike Zamani stays outside. Two men went down to that Russian sickle, and now both men are still down. And they still punish away on it. The Russian team. Oh, David, they are still punishing their opponent.
Someone's got to stop the Russians.
You're talking about despicable, and you're talking about complete contempt for American athletes. There's the sickle right there. Now, Rossi is out, David, and then we're going to see Garner try to come in. And he's going to go down also.
Look how quick Nikita gets up there. He saw it. Then he goes down on his prey. Your winner, the world's six-man tag team champions, Ivan Koloff, Nikita Koloff, and Crusher Khrushchev. In the ring, Larry Clark against Nature Boy Buddy Landell, the world heavyweight champion. Ric Flair, he said it all.
Look, and I tell you what, you're talking about mad. Look at Landell.
That he is. He takes, look at him. Now Landell, look at standing drop kick.
Oh, standing drop kick right on the butt.
Flair gets to him. Look at him. He's got him. Flair has got under his skin. When you talk about lose control, Landell has lost control right now.
You know, David, in matches in the past, we have seen Landell come out here, say a few things to you and to me about Flair and really run at the mouth. However, he was very quiet when his match started because of what Flair had to say.
Look at him. Look at the expression on his face. Oh, he is mad. He's got him. Right now. You've seen him. He's got the leg hook. That is it. There's a figure four.
There is that figure four, and there you hear the bell. Landell will win this match.
Look at JJ. Look at JJ.
Dillon comes in, and there's your winner, David. With James J. Dillon, Nature Boy, as he says, Buddy Landell.
All right, watch Nature Boy, Buddy Landell. Spins around, drops that elbow hard on the chest, knocks the wind out, goes around, grabs that leg, hooks it. He's got him. The winner, Nature Boy, Buddy Landell with J.J. Dillon.
Back at ringside, surrounded by the Russian team. With me, Ivan Koloff, and in front of him, Nikita Koloff, the Soviet Union ambassador of destruction, and Crusher Khrushchev here at ringside.
Give me that, American. You go over there and pick this David Crockett's nose. Do something useful. We can handle this. Nikita.
This is Ric Flair. He talk how he got this big house, How he got these many big automobile? How he got these things? How he got that? Well, these good. Fred, you're going to need to catch these stuff in when Nikita defeat you and you know got title. Each time you and Nikita meet in ring. Sometime you find how you find an American referee, American dream, somebody come to you aid to help you. But in time, Fred, you know go and get help. You go down to Russia.
It's just like these Road Warriors. Road Warriors, we're still the world's six-man tag team champions. Maybe Precious Paul Ellering would like to put his tights on.
You know, in this Rock and Roll Express, you got Russian property. Our chain, our World Tag Team belts. Ric Flair, you're going to find out. I said there'd be a situation. A cage is a very good situation to get you in. Just like a rat in a trap. The big bar comes down and crushes your neck. And World Tag Team, it comes right up to the top. We will be, Road to Moscow will be paved in gold, comrade. Here, American, you can have this back.
Thank you. Thank you very much. That's the Russian team led by Ivan Koloff. Let's go to the ring.
In the ring, Jim Jeffers against Arn Anderson, one half of the National Tag Team Champions. Tony, the Russians, they're a devastating team. Arn has it. Arn Anderson takes his time. Now shows you how the confidence this team has in each other. Arn Anderson, Ole just takes his time. Now he's out there, strolls out. Now he's up on the ring.
Oh, this is so easy. Where you at, Dusty?
Now Ole's in there, and you know, in the corner we see Mark Cooper standing back there. I thought for a second it would be some sort of a handicap match, but Ole evidently so confident in Arn's ability, he's gonna let him take him one-on-two.
Where's America's team at, Tony?
This takes his time. Listen, Arn, he's asking, where's America's team?
Double whip.
This is a wrestling machine. You've seen the Koloffs intimidate, destroy. Look at the Andersons. They wrestle them into the ground. They take one from the body. They take you apart by piece.
Until they get you to submit with twisting and tugging on the arm. They do it better than anybody else.
That they do. Tony, 2 years ago, on Thanksgiving night, Starrcade was born, the greatest wrestling event ever. This year, Starrcade 85 is greater than ever. And next week, we have some exciting news about Starrcade 85. So stay tuned next week because it is going to be something. Look at Ole. Watching. Tagging in and out. These men know exactly what they want to do. They go after their opponents. Watch Arn. Suplex. Picks it. Oh, right on the face. Rolls him over.
Arn Anderson used the guard buster.
Where they at now, Tony?
Asking for America's team still, David, as Arn Anderson looks at both of us. Here's the gourd buster.
Look at him. Right on his face. Your winners, the National Tag Team Champions, Ole and Arn Anderson.
Now, as promised, coming up later on the program, David, the Road Warriors.
That is
with
right.
Precious Paul Ellering. Ron Garvin makes his return to World Championship Wrestling. We've seen a lot of cards and letters from you fans asking about Ron Garvin and much, much more, so stay tuned. Now we go to Super Football Saturday with Craig Sager and Alex Hawkins. We'll be right back. Don't go away. We're at ringside with America's team, Magnum TA and the World Television Champion, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. And right before the break, Dusty, We heard Arn Anderson demanding America's team, and I'm sure he doesn't have to speak too loud to get your attention.
Well, all they doing is going on instinct. See, they talking about something they wish could happen, something might happen, something will happen. Let me tell you something, though. The thing that's on my mind right now is the Barbarian. Paul Jones, the Weasel himself, came on this television, say Barbarian wants the world television title from around your waist, and he wants it with haste, and he wants it before the weekend is over. It ain't gonna happen, Jack. I'm here live and in Technicolor. The greatest there is, the greatest there are, the greatest there will be. And let me tell you something, Barbarian, come and get this for you. And Ric Flair, don't be speaking in the same breath about Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream. Because I'll show you what diamond ring Cadillacs, meat coats, and fancy cars are all about, Daddy.
You know, as far as the Andersons are concerned, America's team is here whenever they want them. But like Dusty says, we got some personal issues here that had to be taken care of. And my number one personal issue, as everyone knows, is Tully Blanchard. You know, he says, I'll make a lot of idle threats. Well, Tully Blanchard, I'm not going to walk in the ring while you're out there on another match and give you a free beating. I'm going to wait till that title's on the line. So you remember this, United States heavyweight title is in your possession. But that is the only thing you've got. You've got it in your hand, but you didn't win it. You didn't get it in a deserving fashion. For me, all the people out there know that. So I won't rest until I get that title away from you. So Tully Blanchard, be real happy for now, because the day is coming soon when you're going to have to deal with me.
Let's go to the ring. Ron Garvin in the ring.
In the ring, the Black Cat against Ron Garvin. Hey, Tony, America's team. Tully Blanchard. Hey, Magnum TA, he wants it, and he's going to get him any way he can. Because, listen, he's going to dish out his own form of revenge and justice. Dusty Rhodes, Paul Jones, you heard him. If you want him, come get him.
Really a tough task also. America's team. Now we take a look, David. It's good to see Ron Garvin
Yes,
here.
it is.
A man who was absolutely, and we can say it, he was absolutely robbed of that national heavyweight title.
That's right. And Black Bart still has that title. So we're very happy to see Ron Garvin back, because I know he's got a few things to do to Black Bart. And they were against the Black Cat. Oh, he's got that arm. Ron Garvin's in fantastic shape. Remember, coming up, the World Tag Team Champions, the Rock and Roll Express. They're going to be here. Also, the Barbarian, the man that Dusty Rhodes was talking about. And then the Superstation Championship Challenge Series for the Junior Heavyweight Championship. Gorgeous Gary Royal, the champion. The challenger, former champion, Denny Brown. Right here on the Superstation, you see all the superstars. One's in the ring right now, Ron Garvin. Watch him. In the ropes.
Looking for a clean break, and they got it.
Also, the Boogie Woogie Man, Jimmy Van, he's going to be with us.
David, I'm sure a lot will have to be said when the Midnight Express comes in, because Jim Cornette will be here to say it.
Oh, yes. You better believe it. Listen to the fans. They want Garvin to go. The Cat's got him. Garvin, small package, goes out. The Cat kicks out.
What a great maneuver that time by Garvin.
Look at him. Hard right hand to the chest.
That's why we say hands of stone. Solid slap to the chest that time. Look at that.
Open hand, just caves that chest in. Tried to switch by the Cat, but he missed it. Now Garvin goes in on him. Gets him with a forearm. Takes him out now. All right, the Cat down on one knee. Trying to come out of it. Garvin still. That vice grip. They're in the ropes now. Murphy goes over, calls for the break.
You know, David, many times when we refer to Ron Garvin as a man with hands of stone, sometimes we may be, you know, neglecting how good of a wrestler he really is. He is very. Sure, he's got those hard hands. He can knock a man right out with a hard right hand or so, but he can really, as we saw with that small package, can really wrestle.
That ain't can, but he can fight. Boy, can he fight. All right, out of the corner. Garvin takes the cat. He goes right back. Watch him. He's getting ready. He's got him up for the suplex. Short and quick over. Goes down for that pin. Cat kicks out.
He kicked out of that. I was really surprised. I thought maybe the suplex would be it. But the Black Cat kicked right out.
Garvin still has him. You know, we have Black Bart. He's going to be here. You know he's watching the monitor to see just... headbutt! Headbutt by Garvin. Just to see how good a shape Garvin's in. Because you know he's ready. Wait a minute. He goes down for that pin. Count of 2. The Black Cat kicks out. Garvin goes right for the head.
He continues to come back, does the Black Cat. Will not fold. Garvin, oh, that loosened him up. And there's one of the midsection.
Look at him, look at him. Gets him in the ropes, and he starts to whale away on him. Cat fighting back. Takes him. Switch now by the Cat. Uh-oh.
Garvin hooked the ropes.
He's dancing. Watch him, watch him. Right hand caught him right at the top of the head. And the man is down and out. Welcome back, Ron Garvin. Black Bart, he's got your number.
He measured him up for that big right hand. The Black Cat is going to attempt now a drop kick. Garvin quickly catches the ropes, and David, now watch him measure him up for that right hand.
That's right. Look at Garvin. When I say he knows how to fight, look, he's got the footwork. Gets that hand ready. And here he goes. Catches him right at the top of the head. Your winner, Ron Garvin.
Coming up next, a true legend, superstar Billy Graham. We are back at ringside, World Championship Wrestling, and let's talk about a man who is well-known all over the world of wrestling. He is colorful, he is a legend, and we're talking about David, superstar Billy Graham.
That's right, superstar Billy Graham, the man, the original superstar Billy Graham. Often imitated, but never duplicated. Because like you said, this man is a legend, and there's one and only superstar Billy Graham.
Let's take a look right now at superstar Billy Graham.
They gazed to the wide window at the joy they had found. Then they spoke up, said leave this one alone. She could tell right away that I was bad to the bone, bad to the bone, bad to the bone. Bad to the bone. I make you, I'll take 1,000 more, baby, before I am through. I wanna be yours.
David, you talk about commanding attention.
That man does. Bad to the bone. Superstar Billy Graham. Look at that man. Massive muscles. Huge. Colorful, like you said. This man, look at him.
The bell for the match, but he's going to take his own time getting ready, taking off those earrings, and he's going up against George South in this match.
All right, Tony, we say control. If you control the match, you win the match. And it starts off as you enter the ring. He is controlling it right now. He says, hey, I'm going to wrestle when I want to. He's going to take his time. The opponent across the ring, waiting, looking in awe of the man, superstar Billy Graham.
The arm wrestling champion of the world, the man with the unbreakable full Nelson, as he says. And look how he just plummets away. And George South, David.
He's got him.
That's the full Nelson.
As he says, his 21-inch pythons. Superstar Billy Graham with that full Nelson. He's got it hooked. And that is it.
Finally, the break. There's the winner, superstar Billy Graham. We talked about the full Nelson, and he wasted no time in going right to that awesome move.
Look at him.
Here's a look again, David.
He starts to pound away. South doesn't have a chance. superstar Billy Graham takes him, whips him in, and puts the pythons on him. Your winner, superstar Billy Graham.
Still to come on World Championship Wrestling, a look at the Barbarian with Paul Jones. Also, a look coming up at the Road Warriors in our Superstation Championship Challenge Series. Don't go away. Our letter this week on our anniversary greetings comes from Cindy and Terry Wolf of Monticello, Arkansas. And they say we'd like for you to remember our parents, Frank and Edna Wolf, who will celebrate their 53rd wedding anniversary in the month of October. Happy anniversary from all of us to Frank and Edna Wolf of Monticello, Arkansas. We'd love to hear from you about anniversary announcements of 50 years or more. Write to us at World Championship Wrestling, 620 South Army International, Atlanta, 30303. Plus, if you'd like to be a part of our television tapings here at the studios of WTBS, give us a call at this number that you'll see here in just a second. We'd love to hear from you. Television reservations, 404-522-1081. Call between Monday and Friday, regular business hours. We tape every Sunday morning starting at 11:30 a.m. We'd love to have you here, right here in Atlanta, Georgia. And we're here with the world television champion, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. We'll be seeing the Barbarian, a man who's after that title, in just a second, Dusty.
Well, you know, that's why I'm out here. You know, Paul Jones come out here and said, every time you're around and my man's around the Barbarian, I don't see you around. I'm going to stay right here, watch this man that is his quest for the world's television title and see how bad he really is.
All right, let's go to the ring.
There he is in the ring, the Barbarian. The manager, Paul Jones. Dusty Rhodes is out here with us.
And you know, David and Dusty, you have defeated a lot of men in this title reign. How, though, do you prepare for a match against a man as massive, as, I guess, unpredictable, with the lack of a better word, as the Barbarian?
It's real simple. When you're a champion, when you've been world heavyweight champion, when you're the world's television champion, you're prepared all the time. You're prepared 24 hours a day. I mean, powerful as he is, there's nobody. This program today's got probably the most powerful man in the world on it, with the Russians, the Barbarian, and League of the Doomed himself, the Road Warriors with Paul Everett. This is the big time. This is World Championship Wrestling right here, brother. That's what it's all about. Barbarian strength that he's got right here, toying with this man, if you will, needs to toy with Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream. I ain't jumping in and saying nothing. I'm just right here standing, waiting to see what he wants to do about it.
Well, they said a lot of things, David, towards Dusty Rhodes. Has the man on the floor there, Paul Jones.
That's right. Besides that animal in the ring, the Barbarian, Paul Jones is outside that ring. And he's always a problem because you're having to watch two people. Look at him. Look at him. The Barbarian's got him. Rams out. Picks him up just like he weighed 10 pounds.
The strength
is so strong.
His strength, as you see Dusty looking on right now, his strength is maybe the best in wrestling, and he bites him right on the head. It's a tactic that he uses.
Let me tell you something. You talk about throwing him around like he weighs 10 pounds. I want to see him throw 287 pounds, screaming steel and sex appeal. That's what he need to be throwing around. That's what, see this right here, no effect on him whatsoever. Paul Band is powerful and strong, Jack. Paul Jones is evil and mean, but Dusty Rhodes is the American Dream.
No denying that. The American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, the world television champion. And look how high has Lee Ramsey. Look at him.
Slamming hard on that mat. Here comes the Barbarian. Headbutt.
The intimidation.
Listen to Jones. Hey, he's trying it on you. Dusty, he's trying it.
Dusty, he is calling Lee Ramsey Dusty Rhodes. He is, I guess, preparing the Barbarian for a title shot.
Jones must be blind as a bat. As Ramsey resembles Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream. I mean, my mama sitting at home, Houston, Texas, can tell that's not Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream. Paul Jones got a lot of words in his mouth that flow freely throughout television land until he gets face to face with the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes.
The Barbarian continues to punish Lee Ramsey. And now, Paul Jones having something to say to Ramsey. And the Barbarian just came from the blind side that time. It kicked him right to the floor.
He's trying to impress you, Dusty. Paul Jones, with his tactics in his mouth right now, and his man in that ring, the Barbarian. The Barbarian comes over. Look at high in the drops those heavy legs across the chest.
Oh, all that weight right on top of the chest. That could crack ribs, could crack a sternum even.
He's got him up. Drops him.
Form of the atomic drop right there, David.
Just taking his time, doing exactly what he wants to.
He is so methodical in the ring. So deliberate. Missed that time.
But he catches Ramsey. Backbreaker.
There's almost,
Here he goes.
almost no way to defend.
Tony's going up on that top rope. Look at it, he's up there now. Springs off. Headbutt. Right into Ramsey. And he goes down, covers him for the pin. That is it.
The Barbarian with Paul Jones, and there's a hand raised high.
Look at him look around. Looking at his prey. Look at him. High in the air. Headbutt. Into Ramsey. Your winner, the Barbarian with Paul Jones.
Now here's Dusty Rhodes back with us at ringside. It was really one awesome sight out there in the ring.
I'm really impressed. Wait a minute, Rhodes.
Now here.
Dusty Rhodes, I hope you learned something while you're out here watching. And I want to tell you something right now. We raise chickens for food. And we make champions to be beaten by animals like this. Now, Dusty Rhodes, the match has been signed. And all you got to do is get in the ring, because that world television belt right there is just as good as around his waist right now. Let me tell you what, hey, Joe, we don't have to wait for it to get signed. Let's go for it right now.
Oh, my goodness, Dusty Rhodes is going to the ring. Now, Paul.
All right, go ahead.
Go ahead, Paul.
We're going to have it.
Let's do it right now.
Tony, I think we're going to have it.
Do it right now. We don't have to wait on it. We don't have to wait on it.
Dusty is
Come on, Paul.
He's not a guy to mince words. It's Dusty Rhodes.
You can do it.
What's he saying? Now,
If Jones wants it, Dusty says, come on, he'll do it right now.
Paul,
Hey, Paul,
Let me tell you something.
Paul, you had your
Dusty
chance.
Rhodes.
You had your chance.
You can get in the ring all you want. But one thing that I know for sure, we can wait.
Wait for what? Dusty Rhodes is a man of his word, and they came up here and they said a few things, but you told them to get in the ring.
Right there's what it's all about. Doers and thinkers ain't gonna get it done, Jack.
Backing down from the challenge of the American Dream. Coming up next, Superstation Championship Challenge Series as gorgeous Gary Royal defends a World Junior Heavyweight titleship against Denny Brown, the former champion. Don't go away. Well, as promised, in just a second, we'll see the World Junior Heavyweight title match as gorgeous Gary Royal defends against Denny Brown. And here's the heavyweight champion of the world to join us at ringside, Nature Boy Rick.
This is an opportunity for all the wrestling fans throughout the country to see a real world-class wrestling match. This is for the Junior World Heavyweight Championship, and I've asked to be out here. I want to talk about this match as it goes along.
Okay, Rick will be here with us. Let's go to the ring.
In the ring now. Superstation Championship Challenge Series for the Junior Heavyweight Championship. The challenger, former champion Denny Brown, the champion, gorgeous Gary Royal. There you see Denny Brown. Getting ready, both men cautious. You don't see him rushing in. Gorgeous Gary Royal.
And you know, the World Heavyweight Champion is with us. And Rick, when we talk about Junior Heavyweight title, we're talking about weight classification in this case.
230 pounds and below. But let me tell you something. When you get two athletes the quality of Gary Royal and Denny Brown, I've seen guys 270, 280 pounds that couldn't handle either one of these men. Gorgeous Gary Royal, now the World Junior Heavyweight Champion. You have to understand the prestige that he has now. He knows what it is to be in the limelight. He knows what it is to make the big money. And I'm sure that Gary Royal is not going to sit back right now and let Denny Brown walk on him. Denny Brown, of course, the former champion, and he knows. He's tasted it. He's had the big bucks. He's had the big house, he's had the big car, and he wants all that to stay there. And he knows if he has that, he's got to be the champion of the world.
But also, Rick, especially right here on the Superstation, because millions upon millions of people are watching right now, watching this match for the Junior Heavyweight Championship. That means a lot. Besides the championship at stake, your reputation.
Well, just the fact
Oh, tremendous spot right there. Just the fact that Crockett Promotions was able to sign this match for the Superstation Championship Series is remarkable to begin with, because every arena in the country would bid to have a match like this live.
And we're seeing it right here. World Junior Heavyweight title match, and both men very, very quick to begin the match. Both well prepared.
That they are. Tony, that is why we say this is the major league of professional wrestling. Right here.
Great arm drag that time by gorgeous Gary Royal.
Royal trying to hold him down.
I don't think I've ever seen Gary Royal look as sharp as he looks today. He looks to be in tremendous condition. He now has been the champion, I think, for almost a month or a month and a half. And you know that being a champion, wrestling around the country like he's had to do, around the world like he's had to do, has really been good for his confidence. And I think that Denny Brown is going to have to really be at his best to handle Gary Royal today.
That is right, because Gary Royal, he's on that high.
That's right. It is a real high to be a world champion. I know that above all else. That's why it's easy for me to come out here, David Crockett, week in and week out, and just flat out tell the people I'm the best, and I know it.
You've got to believe it. The World Heavyweight Champion with us, Ric Flair, the one and only Nature Boy Ric Flair. Roll him up.
Real good takedown.
Yes.
Well, in a championship match of this kind, I'm sure that Denny Brown knows if he doesn't beat Gary Royal today or come real close to it, his chances of getting another championship match are going to be set for a period of time. So you know that
good
right
move.
now,
Rick, good move. You see him taking down.
Toe hold, yes. Well executed drop toe hold, and right now he's got Denny Brown in real trouble in my estimation, because he's making moves that I feel Denny Brown should be making on him. Of course, Denny Brown just sits out, reverses, and now Denny Brown's in charge with the arms, so I guess I spoke too soon.
You know, David, you mentioned nationwide TV and a chance to make a great showing, not only to win a title over Denny Brown, but Denny Brown wants to show to the world of all the wrestling moves that he knows and to be able to apply those on a champion like Gary Roy. That's important.
That is right, right now.
A well-accepted fact, Tony. I don't mean to interrupt you, but it's an established fact that Denny Brown is a great wrestler, or he wouldn't have been the World Junior Heavyweight Champion to begin with. So let's really get down to seriousness here. This is two men right now that are talking about the difference in income of maybe $200,000 a year. And you can bet that whether they are recognized as a popular wrestler or an unpopular wrestler, whatever part of the country they're in, they're out there right now. They're competing at the maximum level that a high-caliber athletes in the world today compete at. They're for a championship, a Super Bowl ring, a conference championship. In this case, they're competing for the World Junior Heavyweight Championship. All the marbles are on the line right now. National TV, 50 million people watching.
And it's one-on-one. Nobody else, the referee's there, just to count the pin.
With us at ringside, you've been hearing from the heavyweight champion of the world, Nature Boy Ric Flair, who's joined us at ringside for the Superstation Championship Challenge Series. So far, David, a lot of quick pace to this match, and both men well prepared.
That's right. Both men very in control of themselves. Very cautious, because they know it only takes a 3 count. And it's all over with. All right, into the ropes. Hero's got him. Flips him out. Good drop kick. Nice arm drag. Comes up. Has that arm back. Bragg.
There you see Ric Flair watching on now, as that time it seemed Royal thought he was in control that time, Rick, and then all of a sudden Denny Brown took control. You really can't let anything slip by you at all.
Both of them at this point in the match are trying to find a weak area in each other's body. I see that Brown has worked on Royal's arm and Royal has worked on Brown's arm. Both of them looking for the weakness, and once that weakness is established, you're going to see if somebody take over and really be in charge.
Both men lock up, David. Wait, great takedown.
That is what you call a first-class maneuver in professional wrestling.
That really was from Denny Brown. A great takedown. Goes right up with the armbar.
But Royal quickly gets up on his feet. Doesn't stay down. Look at
Countered and countered again. You know, for all the people at home, I'm sure this has got to be tremendously thrilling, because they're seeing really a great wrestling match. And a lot of fundamental wrestling involved, a lot of amateur wrestling involved, and a lot of really great professional maneuvers that are not for anybody that doesn't have a training to be trying. Fireman's carry right there. Reverse with a leg head scissors.
You know, Rick, like you said, these two guys in the ring, all the guys here are professionals. They know what they're doing. They have years of training. So all you fans out there, don't try any of these moves. Enjoy watching it on television, in the arenas, but please don't try any of these holds on anybody. Enjoy it. If you want to wrestle, go through the amateur ranks and start there.
It's obvious by watching this that these men did, and all of the wrestlers, Rick, have great amateur backgrounds behind them, and there's a way to go through it. And as you can see right now, the amateurs really make a name for themselves in the pros.
Well, one of the teams that you know that has a real soft spot, that I have a real soft spot in my heart for, of course, are the Andersons, their kin, their family. If you watch the Andersons, I don't care where you are anywhere in the world, when you see the Andersons, you know that you're seeing a team or two wrestlers that both have a tremendous amateur wrestling background, and they go after a weak spot on a man's body, preferably the arm, and they take advantage of it.
All right, we have to break away right here for a break. We'll be back, though, with the remainder of this match. This is for the World Junior Heavyweight title. You see the champion has the challenger back to the ropes. It's gorgeous Gary Royal against Denny Brown. Back with more of this match right after you watch this. Back at ringside, Superstation Championship Challenge Series, and the match continues. And I mean, Rick, the tempers are starting to heat up a little bit in this match.
We know what's happening right now. Gary Royal knows this is a 20-minute time of the match, and time is on his side. And I'll tell you right now, Denny Brown's got to pick up the pace, because one of the things that I'm criticized for a lot, and I'll tell you how it is right out front. I know that I'm the best conditioned athlete in the world, and I know that I got 60 minutes, in some cases 90 minutes, to defend that title of mine, and I'm going to make darn sure that I'm the best conditioned athlete in the world. But don't think for a minute that I'm not watching that clock when I get to the 45, 50-minute mark sometimes, and I make it well known that anybody that's going to beat Ric Flair has got to push him all the way to the limit, because I'm going to be in that kind of shape. And right now, Gary Royal is the champion. He's on top of this match. He knows that the time is running out for Denny Brown, and Denny Brown has got to really suck it up right now, and he's got to really change the pace of this match around, or he's going to be in trouble.
Well, Rick, right now, Gary Royal is controlling this match. He's controlling the tempo, and he's also controlling Denny Brown. He's got
wrestling like a real world champion should wrestle. He's in control, and he knows where he's at all the time.
All right, they're in the ropes.
Trying to get a clean break here.
Look at him, look at him.
Royal tried to trip him there.
That's right. Got the break, though, and now.
Excellent balance by Denny Brown.
All right, here's the headlock. Here they go, across in the ropes. Comes up. Good tackle by Royal. Royal goes in again. Brown down. Comes up. Picks him up. Slam on the mat.
Tremendous scoop slam. That had to really take some wind out of Gary Royal. Ooh, tremendous forearm.
He's got him.
I've been on the receiving end of a few of those from Dory Funk Jr.
I'm sure of that. Dory Funk made that forearm blow.
Well, actually, that maneuver was patented in England, but when Funk was the world champion, he traveled throughout Europe and England on many occasions, and he patented that forearm move.
I know, but Royal has it back in that mare. And you see the world heavyweight champion Ric Flair watching. Junior heavyweight champion Gary Royal.
That knee pad right down across the forehead, and now
he rolls him over.
Got the leg two.
Only a 2 count that time, Rick, and was very close to being into the match right there.
He didn't hook it in time. Now he's trying to hold Brown down. He realized that Brown looks like he might be a little bit winded. So Royal is taking his time now. He realizes he's got time on his side.
That's right. That's a point well made. You know, they talk about the conditioning of other sports, other professional sports in the world, and I'm aware of the conditioning required for baseball and football and everything else. But believe me, when it's one-on-one, and you're in that ring and you've got 20 minutes or 30 minutes or 60 minutes, you've got to really be not only in great condition, but you've got to be really aware of where you are in that ring for a period of time.
Well, it's like we've said so many times. You have rounds in boxing, you have innings in baseball, you have halves and quarters in football and in basketball, but in wrestling, you go right straight out.
No rest period whatsoever.
Okay. Okay, he went for the face.
Went right for the eyes that time, did gorgeous Gary Royal.
Right now, Royal is trying to slow him down completely, cutting that wind supply off.
Brown now reeling. And Royal just stalking him from wherever he goes.
He caught him with a forearm again.
Like we said, this is for the title, the World Junior Heavyweight title, and both men giving it their all.
Hard right between the shoulder blades. Gorgeous Gary Royal picks him now. Across. Dives in. Denny moves out of the way.
And then the flick into that post. That had to really take something out of Gary Royal. This is where Denny Brown's got to get up, really suck it in, and take charge right now.
That is right.
He is right. This is where he has to take charge right here, David. Because, you know, hitting that steel post, as Ric Flair said, did take a lot out of it.
He got an opportunity to change the pace of this match right now, and he's got to go for the gusto.
Can he do it? Rams ahead into that turnbuckle. Denny Brown takes Royal. Snapmare takes it. What's he going to do? Here he goes. Leg across the chest.
Leg across the chest.
He's trying to suck it in. He doesn't.
Nope.
He can grab those legs.
I'm sure that time Brown thought he had the match well in hand.
Remember, the time is on the side of Gary Royal.
This is what we talked about earlier. Denny Brown has changed the flow of this match. He's taking charge, and right now Gary Royal's in a lot of trouble.
Right. But can Denny Brown do it? Can Royal hold on? Both men. This has been a grueling match. Hey, but right in the midsection, knocks the wind out of Denny Brown. Right across into the ropes. Trying to clothesline. Denny's got him. And a sleeper.
The sleeper hold by Denny Brown. And he caught him, and Ricky's right in the center of the ring where he wants to be.
Got him in a lot of trouble right now. As we said earlier, Brown has changed the flow of this match, and he's got Gary Royal in a lot of trouble right now. Believe me, when you're 15, 18 minutes into a match, someone clamps down in that windpipe and cuts off that water.
He caught him. He rammed him.
Real rough.
He rammed him right in that corner.
Good maneuver to get out of that as he ran Brown right to the turnbuckle.
Time is on the side of Gary Royal, the junior heavyweight champion.
Oh, now, with that fist right up against the head.
Royal's going for it now, boy. He's had enough, and he's getting into it right now. This is what separates the men from the boys, Tony Schiavone. You know what I really like about professional wrestling is these two guys have dished it out to each other. They both have taken it. This is what world-class athletes are all about. Being able to dish it out, being able to take it. Nobody's crying. They're still both in there 120%. Gary Royal opens up, and you can bet that Denny Brown's going to come right back up right now and let him know he's still in town.
But can he do it? Can Denny Brown capture the junior heavyweight championship? Royal is controlling him. He's got him. Brown trying to fight back with that forearm. Royal comes right out.
And Brown now goes right out of the ropes onto the apron of the ring.
He's got him, backs away from him. Denny Brown, like you said, Rick, he's got to suck it up. He's got to get in there. He's got to try.
Time's got to be running out. I'm not sure how much time is left, but it's got to be running out at this point. And Gary Royal once again on top and controlling the action in this match.
The junior heavyweight champion, gorgeous Gary Royal, is in control. Pounds away on Denny Brown.
One thing is to stay on the offensive. Stay on the offensive, and now that is exactly what the champion is doing.
Look at Denny Brown. He's dazed.
He really is. He's in a lot of trouble right here.
He's got it. Suplex.
Tremendous back suplex. This could be
Goes
right
down.
here.
He's got it. He's got it. Almost a count of three. Denny.
Look, Gary Royal thinks it's over. He thinks the match is over. He actually thinks that he won it, and now Stephen Gregory tells him otherwise.
Okay. Switch now. Royal goes up. Oh! He's trying to stop volley block. Denny blocked down. Takes it. Oklahoma roll. He's got him down with a pin. Just recaptured the junior heavyweight championship of the world.
Gary Royal now very upset, but that was a classic maneuver to win that title back. And now the former champion, as we can call him, Gary Royal, taking out some punishment on Denny Brown. But that was a sensational win, Ric Flair.
Tremendous. Two very evenly matched athletes, a tremendous contest. And right now, I guess Gary Royal is showing that he wasn't very happy with that decision.
And there he is. There's the champion. Denny Brown right here on the Superstation regains the title.
All right, let's go back.
Let's take a look again.
Gary Wall goes up. See, this might have what caused. He gave Denny just enough time to drop down. And now watch. Denny Brown goes over. Oklahoma roll, catches him. The new junior heavyweight champion of the world, Denny Brown.
And our thanks to World Heavyweight Champion Nature Boy Ric Flair for spending time with us here today. Back at ringside, we saw a title change hands here today on our Superstation Championship Challenge Series as Denny Brown is the new World Junior Heavyweight Champion. And we're joined by Mr. Jim Crockett, president of Jim Crockett Promotions, about our Superstation Championship Challenge Series for next week. Jim?
That's right, Tony. We had our first title change on the series. Next week, we have a great match. A young man who I'm very high on took Tully Blanchard to the 20-minute time limit for the U.S. belt. Terry Taylor is going to wrestle for the national title against Black Bart. Bart's not a wrestler, a brawler, but it'll be interesting to see how Terry Taylor will do next week.
That is next week. Championship Challenge Series, national heavyweight title match. Black Bart, the champion, defends against Terry Taylor. It should be a great match. Our thanks to Jim Crockett for stopping by once again as it gets better and bigger and meaner right here on World Championship Wrestling, the Legion of Doom.
Yes, indeed. When you think of champions, you think of the people who have done the impossible. You think of Bannister in the 4-minute mile. You think of Hillary and Mount Everest. And when it comes to wrestling, you think of the Legion of Doom and the Road Warriors, because they are wrestling. Right, Animal?
Hey, that's right. Let me tell you people something. The only thing we like to do is beat people up. You know, there's a lot of great people here in the NWA. You got Dusty Rhodes. You got Magnum TA. You got the Raging Bull. You got the Andersons, Ole and Arn. We ain't afraid of nobody. Then you got the loudmouth Russians. Who do you think you are to get off challenging us for anything? Hey, you use our name wrong, you're gonna get slapped, right, brother? Hey, there's only one thing that makes any sense to me, an Animal and Precious Paul. One thing on this whole earth that makes any sense to us, and that is beating people up. And I'm gonna tell you something, Russians. All that yapping's gonna get you an open hand slapping. Tell them.
That's right. The Legion of Doom stands alone on top of the hill. We put on the bottom line of every contract, and it goes to you, Dusty Rhodes. It goes to you, Koloff. It goes to the Freebirds. It goes to the Andersons. And the bottom line says, enter the ring at your own risk, gentlemen, because you're biting off more than you can choose when you mess with the Legion of Doom. The Road Warriors, 1985, 1984, Tag Team of the Year. Precious Paul, Manager of the Year 1985. We're the best in wrestling today.
That's it from the Legion of Doom, the Road Warriors, with Precious Paul Ellering. Let's go to the ring.
In the ring right now, America's Heartthrob, Magnum TA. I guess.
Right now, Tony Zink rushed Magnum TA, and I think he may have thought otherwise.
He knows Magnum's reputation. Belly to belly! Has him out for the pin! Hooked it! Got it! He tried, but Magnum TA got him.
Sensational win from Magnum TA as he puts the belly-to-belly suplex. Let us remind you, still to come, our World Championship Wrestling, the World Tag Team Champions of Rock and Roll Express. There it is, David, that belly-to-belly suplex. More other top stars, Magnum TA, the winner of this match, our World Championship Wrestling. And we're at ringside now, and let's talk with Magnum TA.
Everything I do from here on out is directed at you, Tully Blanchard. You say I've got a lot of Iowa words, talk's real cheap. Well, I do my talking in the ring, Tully. You just remember, the belt's mine, so put up or shut up.
That is from Magnum TA, who's David come in here and talk with me, who said, and he's directing everything he said towards Tully Blanchard, put up or shut up, and that has developed into one of the top feuds, if not the top feud in the world of professional wrestling right now.
That is correct. But, Tony, the Road Warriors, they're out.
What's the matter with you? You've been keeping me waiting out there in the back too long, guys. I am sick and tired. I know the Midnight Express. We got a match a little bit later on in the show, but I've been waiting. You had championship matches. You've had all kind of champions. You'd have everybody out here. You've been keeping me waiting. I want to come out here and talk to these people. Because look at it.
I've never seen dead people sitting up before. The worst crowd that we've ever had. You people at home, you need to perk up a little bit. I've been getting a lot of cards and letters. I'm just going through my fan mail saying that the Midnight Express, without doubt, are the greatest team of professional wrestling. Loverboy and Beautiful are getting a lot of steamy love letters, like I said a couple of weeks ago. And I want you to remember, women, I do not allow Dennis and Bobby any extracurricular activity while they're in training. So even if you were lucky enough, baby, let me tell you something. You're just going to have to keep on dreaming because you're not going to get the chance. You see, hey, I think my fan club's out here today. I got 84 members of my West chapter of my fan club out here today. Now, besides that, the Rock and Roll Express, so-called NWA World Tag Team Champions, you are still ducking. You know, I understand that in the offices of Jim Crockett Promotions, David, maybe you were there. They were walking through the other day, and Jim Crockett said, I think maybe we might have a contract on the desk in there for you to have a title match with the Rock and Roll Express. Immediately, they were up at 6 o'clock the next morning. They went over to Jim's house. He got a nice big house, and by 12 o'clock, they had his lawn mowed, they had his car washed, and they had all his trees trimmed. So now we got no contract to wrestle the Rock and Roll Express because you know good health's hard to find. Another thing.
Listen to the music.
The Rock and Roll on their way, Jim Cornette. The Rock and Roll Express on their way. You'll be back. The Midnight Express will be back. And we'll be back after Super Football Saturday.
All right, in the ring, the World Tag Team Champions, the Rock and Roll Express. And Tony, what about what they had in their hands? The chain.
The Russian chain that Rick Morton had in his hand when he came to the ring. And I'm sure that really eats at the Koloffs, the Russian team, about Rick Morton having that chain in his possession.
That's right, they tried to hang the young man. Switch now. Good arm drag.
Davey, you take a look at this Rock and Roll Express. And of all the great tag teams we have had here today and are going to have, these guys are the champions.
That's right.
They are it.
Look at them. Quickness. You know, as far as size, strength. You know,
Watch it, Red, watch it.
they might be at somewhat of a disadvantage, but I tell you what, speed, quickness when it comes to thinking, maneuvers, they've got it.
We saw the national tag team champions, Ole and Arn Anderson. We saw
the Road Warriors with Paul Ellering. That's a massive team. You had the Russians. You know what they've tried to do.
Yeah. And then, yet to come, we heard from him a little bit earlier, briefly, who just came storming onto the set because he said that the show has gone on too long without him. And we're talking about Jim Cornette, the manager of the Midnight Express.
Also, the Boogie Woogie Man, Jimmy Vance. He's going to be with us. Ron Garvin's going to be back. Right now, Robert Gibson comes in, headlock. Has him now. Good takedown. Still has that headlock. Holds him down on the mat. Mac Jeffers is in there. Here you see Gibson. Still has that headlock. They come up now. Still has hold. They back into the corner. Referee calls for the break. Here it goes. Across, switch now. Rams him into the turnbuckle. Headlock again. Makes the tag. To Ricky Morton. Snapmare by Morton. Foot right in the face. Reverse chin lock. There you get a very good look at one of the World Tag Team Champions, Ricky Morton. The Rock and Roll Express. As they say, rock and roll is here to stay. With the World Tag Team Champions, the Rock and Roll Express.
Full Nelson that time by Robert Gibson. Such great tag team work.
That is right. Tag team. And that was it. In there. Double drop kick.
And Jeffers hit very hard that time, David. Morton will cover. That is it.
Your winners, the World Tag Team Champions, the Rock and Roll Express. Listen to the fans.
The chant of rock and roll as we take a look at the double drop kick.
They get high in the air. They catch Mac Jeffers. He goes straight down to the mat. Then Ricky Morton comes over for the pin. Your winners, the World's Tag Team Champions, the Rock and Roll Express.
The Road Warriors coming up next. Stay tuned.
Got that right, brother. You know, we have wrestled the Russians all over. And the only way they could bring us down was to bring this chain to the ring, brother, and put it around my neck and hang me. But one thing, you made a mistake, brother. You left this chain around my neck, and it's been around my neck ever since. So let me tell you what. You want a Russian chain match, double chain match? Well, you got it. We don't care what it takes, brother. We're going to step in the ring with you, and we're going to bring you down. Because one thing is for sure. Rock and roll is here to stay. And Russians, you're on your way, brother. We don't care. Anywhere in the world, brother. If you want a double Russian chain match, you got it. Because our name's already on the paper, brother. Bring it on down. Show us what you got. And take your best shot. But don't you blow it. Woo!
The World Tag Team Champions, the Rock and Roll Express. Let's go to the ring with the Legion of Doom.
This is why you call it the Legion of Doom. Look at them. The Road Warriors are here on the Superstation. Precious Paul Ellering.
Take hamburger out of them.
When they say they want to beat up somebody, they mean it.
There's Hawk in there, first of all.
Look at him.
There you go.
Hard slam. Now Animal. And the name fits him, too. Here he comes.
Oh, David, that was a flying tackle from Animal. And it was like meeting a freight train.
That's it. Come on.
As that time, Terry Flynn went right straight down the back.
He had no choice. Look out. Here comes Hawk. He catches Flynn.
That's it. Take a look, Cole. Take a look, Dusty Rhodes and Magnum TA.
And at ringside, Precious Paul Ellering sends out warnings to everyone.
That's it.
That's right. Ellering is saying the Legion of Doom. They are here. Spreading their destruction all over the ring. Here he comes. Hawk steps on the face of Vernon Beaton.
Right into the throat.
Fixing.
David, you know this match has the referee kind of standing back watching in amazement.
The referee is intimidated by these two men. The Road Warriors.
Take a look, Anderson.
That's right.
There it is, the famous Road Warrior clothesline.
They're warning everyone. Anderson's, Dusty Rhodes, Magnum TA, Midnight Express, Rock and Roll Express.
Deaton is up. Oh, my goodness.
He's up.
The Animal has him up.
Power slam up. Second rope. Puts him right through the ring. Animal looks at his man down on the ring. Hawk looking around.
Awesome would be an understatement, David.
Devastating. Look at him. taking like a side of beef. Picks him up, puts him over his shoulder. Gets ready. Off the second rope, springs off. Now watch him driving straight through the mat. Your winners, the Road Warriors with Precious Paul Ellering.
What an awesome match. Now let's bring in Jimmy, the Boogie Woogie Man, to join us here at ringside.
Woo, Messi the Boogeyman feels good today. I want to say all my people, all my brothers and sisters, you know, Tony, about 2 years ago in Atlanta, Georgia, about 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, down on Peach Street, yeah, I walked into the Crystal, and when I walked in the Crystal, baby, there was this big black dude standing there. I says, where you at, man? He says, I ain't nowhere. I says, I ain't nowhere too. You see, Tony, that's street talk, baby. And I'm talking about my brother. We got real tight. I'm talking about Rocky King. Come in here, brother. From this moment on, baby, from this moment on, my street brother Rocky King and the Boogie Woogie Man, we are nothing but blood, Jack. I'm taking the man under my wings, you understand? Now, don't you dare, Jimmy Cornette, you mama's boy. Don't you dare, Midnight Express, lay a hand on my brother. Next week, I'm gonna bring the people a little clip and tell you exactly when it went down. You know, Jimmy Cornette, I was talking to a street lady. Now, this street lady, I'm not saying she's working the streets or she's standing on a corner, but this street lady belongs to me. Dusty Rhodes, send my old lady Big Mama back, because me and the Rocket and my old lady Big Mama, we got big plans for you, Mama's boy and Midnight Express. Hey man, you dig where I'm coming from?
Certainly do. Jimmy Valiant, Rocky King, the Midnight Express coming up next. Don't go away. To cut Jim Cornette short earlier, but I'm sure some of the things that Jimmy Valiant had to short.
Let me just introduce my men. Ladies and gentlemen, here they are, the men who do more damage in a wrestling ring than Godzilla did to Tokyo. Loverboy Dennis and beautiful Bobby, the Midnight Express.
Well, as Jim Cornette said, the Midnight Express in against the Italian Stallion and Jimmy Blackland.
In the ring right now, the Italian Stallion.
Excuse me, David.
Well, we got the horse or the stallion, the mule, whatever he is. I got a good name for him. Well, we got him in the ring. Let me say something. Jimmy Valiant, Rocky King. First of all, the stork that delivered Jimmy Valiant was arrested for carrying dope. Did you know that? Rocky King, the odd couple. I thought they took Amos and Andy off television 20 years ago. Let me tell you something. I don't like people coming out here making remarks about me, making remarks about my team. Rocky King, my shoes are not too bright today, if you get my meaning, and I am sure that there is something that he could do about that. And I know I had some Jimmy Valiant Boogie Woogie Man. I knew he was from New York City, but I didn't realize that he came from Harlem.
Wait a minute, I need to ask you a question. Why is it that Jimmy Valiant is getting his Big Mama?
The guy claims he got 6 old ladies, 8 old ladies, 24 old ladies, and 2 kids. I don't know what the guy's got. I don't think he knows what he's got. I think he needs a blood test. But I'll tell you one thing. You don't stick your nose in a Cornette's business, and you don't stick your nose in the ring on the Midnight Express. If he wants to come out here and make all those statements, let him make them. But he better stick to talking. He better stay away from action. If he don't, there'll be problems.
Jim Cornette, usually very jovial at ringside, very serious.
Look at that. Look at that, Jimmy Blackland. You think he's jovial right now? I bet he's got a mother and a father, maybe a couple of brothers at home watched him on national TV being made a fool out of right now. I bet they're real proud of him, aren't they? Wouldn't you be proud of the guy, Tony? Look at him. Woo-hoo!
Ram that head.
Anybody got a neck brace in the back? Rocky King, be looking, baby. That's your future right there if you mess with the Midnight Express. Rocky King, you know he's so black lightning bugs follow him around in the daytime. Did you realize that?
No, I didn't realize it.
Well, you ought to smarten up, Giovanni. Look at that. Ah, my boys with poetry in motion. That's the way you beat somebody up. That's a fun way to beat somebody up right there. We never do it the same way twice. It gets boring, you know what I mean? Come on, guys. Woo!
They never do the same thing twice. Cornette goes to ringside. There he is. Big talker.
That's right.
But his big boys are holding him down.
You have to say, he did spend his money well.
You really did.
When he beat
I
that
spent a
team.
lot of money and I spent it well because if there's one thing that Mother gets upset about, it's when she doesn't get a good return on her investment. But so far, these men have become, look at that, the #1 revenue producers in the entire Cornette estate, in the entire Cornette Holdings. They have brought in more money, and all we need now to finish that up is the NWA World Tag Team Championship, because that's where it's at in tag team wrestling. The pinnacle, the epitome of tag team wrestling is the NWA belts, and that's what we want. The Rock and Roll Express knows that we're the only team in wrestling that can take them. High-flying, beautiful Bobby Dennis Condor, the best clothesline in professional wrestling. Ain't no way we can be stopped.
Driving knee off the top rope right into his chest.
Lachlan is he's
this?
down.
This is
He's
the
out.
way we do it.
He's out on his feet. The man was out on his feet, Jim Cornette.
Took his head off with that. The Midnight Express. Have to respect that. Watch. Beautiful Bobby looking around. Watch him. Watch him. Dive off. Knee right into the chest. And then he goes over. Now watch this. He makes the tag. The beautiful Lover Boy Dennis. Now beautiful Bobby takes him. Watch this. Watch this. Up. Catches him. Right in the neck. And he goes on to win. The Midnight Express with Jim Cornette are your winners.
We're back at ringside. Ron Garvin has joined us. And Ron, last time we saw you on the program, I know it wasn't a happy sight because of what happened to you, but I know all the fans got together, wanted Ron Garvin to come back, and it's really good to see you back, Ron.
It's nice to be back, and I'd like to say a big hello to everybody. And you know, the last time I was there, you know, I felt like I was sitting at a blackjack table, and when you're losing, you better take a walk because you're going to keep on losing. Well, I took a walk, and I'm right back. And I'm back for you, Black Bart, because I understand you're still the champion. You're still walking around bragging how good you are. Well, I'm here this time, and I'm here to beat you. I'm here to take possession of what used to belong to me. And I've got bigger sights than the national heavyweight title, much bigger than that, and I'm talking about Ric Flair. Now, Ric Flair may not recognize the fact that I am around, but Ric Flair, don't forget, I'm lurking in the dark, and you're a priority on my list, and I will be looking at you right in the eyes in the very near future. But Black Bart, I'm here, and I'm here to stay. Like I say, I'm sitting at the table right now, and I'm sitting to win. And I'm going to win. From now on, there's no losses for me. You know what counts in professional wrestling is wins and losses. And I don't like to lose. I never like to lose at anything. And I'm here to stay, and I like to say hello to everybody, and it's good to be back, and I'm going to make it count.
All right, good to see Ron Garvin back, and we'll see you next week.